All right, y'all. Good afternoon again. And this time I want to talk about let's make up in our mind that this week we are going to try with all of our might, all of our soul, with everything that we have within us. We are going to, guess what? Surrender, and we are going to discipline ourselves. And if we mess up, don't feel bad about it. But remember, let's continue to move forward because that's what it's all about. But I just want us to be mindful this week. I want us to really do everything in our minds, in our hearts, and in our spirits. To number one, let's think about the thoughts that we're thinking. Are they positive? And if they're not positive, we're going to cast them down. Again, we're going to think about our thoughts as well as think about our words, our speech. Before we say anything, we're going to think first. And we're going to make sure that, guess what? Whatever we are going to speak, we're going to make sure that it love and it's uplifting. That it includes love and it's going to be uplifting. We're going to also remember that we're in Earth School this week. We're going to always remember that. From the time we wake up in the morning to the time we go to bed, we are making decisions. Again, from the time we wake up in the morning to the time we go to bed, we are making decisions. Let's decide that we're going to make sure we ask ourselves, how does that decision benefit me the best, the way God would want it to benefit me? Is it lovely? Is it kind? Is it beneficial? Is it going to make me better? Is it going to make my life better? Is it going to make my situation better? These are the things that I want you and me to ask ourselves every day this week. It's going to be a little rough because I know we're starting out, but let's make this our challenge this week. We're going to do everything we can to really live an authentic, sacrificial life this week. Then the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to make sure that we're listening to something positive, reading something positive, speaking something positive at all times. At all times. Because remember what the word says, meditate on my word both day in and day out and dwell to do all therein. Then your way will be made prosperous and you will have good success. So remember, we are trying to make sure, number one, that we do the word. Because see, when we transformation takes work. It takes work. See, nothing's going to change until we do something different. And so that's why the challenge is for this week, we're going to change the whole strip. And we're going to be mindful of all of our choices. We're going to be mindful of all of our decisions. And we're going to make sure that we'll be a blessing. And we're going to make sure that we are going to be solutions to the problems this week, not part of the problems. And another thing, we refuse this week to allow us to speak negative about anything or any situation. All right, let's do it one more time. We're going to make sure that this week, we're going to purposely and intentionally make sure that we do not speak negative no matter what the situation is. Because we're going to remember, we're in Earth School. So everything is coming to grow us, to help us to be better so that we can help others to be better. All right, we got that? Come on, y'all. Y'all can do it. I got faith in you. I believe in you. I got faith in you. And those that God still has you on my channel, that means, baby, you're chosen. You're appointed, baby, and you are anointed. Congratulations, baby. Because if you still watching me, you a bad mama jamma. You a bad mama jamma, baby. You got it going on, Chicago. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Won't he do it? You better shake yourself, honey, because you got it going on. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So I just want you to take that challenge this week. Believe in yourself because you can do it. We got to get where God wants us to go. We got to develop our gifts. We got to develop our talents because God has people assigned to us. So we got to get this stuff done. We got to get our thinking down. We got to get our words down. We do. We got to get this stuff packed down to the way God wanted it to be done so that we can be Christ-like. So that guess what? We can get our freedom. It is the truth that we know that sets us free. God's truth. And when we learn that truth and walk in that truth, things that used to bother us, baby, they don't bother us no more, because now God has given us revolution knowledge. He's given us wisdom. He's given us insight. He's given us understanding. Now we know the truth where it once was hidden from us. You know what? We thought it was all important, and we realized that's nothing. The way of God is sacrificial. The way of God is peaceful. Hallelujah. The way of God is humility. The way of God is releasing all that baggage that the world told you was important, and realizing that it is hard for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Why should you lay up things on this earth where moss and dust corrupt? Come on now. Let's get this thing together. We're going to be positive this week. We're going to be mindful of our thoughts. We're going to be mindful of our words. We're going to be givers and not takers. We're going to be solutions to problems and not part of the problems. We will speak positive. We will not speak negative. We will see everything as a life lesson that God has sent to bless us and not to curse us or not to hurt us. And we will help others to be able to see the truth too. Y'all, let's vow to be different this week. Let's vow that we are going to do it beyond a shadow of a doubt. That when we wake up, we're going to cast down that first negative thought, and we're going to replace it with something positive. Because remember, Satan, your adversary, he don't want you to change. So if you're not thinking about positive things, which is on God's side, that means you're thinking about negative things that are on Satan's side. So let's look at it like this, and I think this will help you stay on task. One side is Satan, one side is the devil. One side is negative, one side is positive. Come on now. That should help you. So you cast down them lies. Every time something negative comes to you, you cast that down. You remember, they ain't nothing but a bunch of lies. And you put that positive stuff in. Because what Satan said you can't, you better say, God said I can. All right, y'all? I love you. I wish you all well. Let's work hard this week to be everything God has called us and created us to be. You are here on this earth. You got purpose. You got destiny. You have a call on your life to be great and to do great things and to have a purpose for this world. So that right there in itself, say you a bad mama jamma. All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.